Hey guys, so I recently watched Jamie Oliver's Sugar Rush documentary, which is all about sugar and how bad it is, and it's inspired me to do some digging into how much sugar manufacturers are adding into foods that on the surface seem fairly healthy. So we're going to kick things off with breakfast. You might come down and pour yourself a nice glass of apple juice. It's got some nice fresh apples on the front. Surely this has got to be healthy. So that is a 350ml glass of apple juice, and unfortunately that equates to quite a lot of sugar. So the World Health Organization recommends you should have around 25 to 28 grams of free sugar every day, and the amount of free sugar in that glass of apple juice is this much, which is 38 grams. So if you came down and had that glass of apple juice in the morning, you have already taken up your whole allowance of free sugar for the day, and you haven't even drunk the whole glass. Next up, you're gonna pour yourself some cereal. Here we have some nice, healthy looking fruit and fiber. I mean, you got your fruit, you got your whole grains, you got your fiber. Surely it's good for you. If I was to have this, I'd probably have around about that much. Then my scales are telling me that I've just poured myself a 97-gram portion of the cereal. The total amount of sugars in that is pretty much close to 50 grams, and it's quite hard to work out sometimes how much sugar is actually added. Based on a few calculations, it's probably going to be around 40 to 45 grams of free sugar in this bowl of cereal right here. So what you thought was a nice and healthy breakfast has already blown your daily recommended allowance of sugar out of the water, and it's not even 9 AM. But next up, you might move on to lunch and have some nice, fairly healthy looking tomato soup. I mean, it's tomatoes, right? So it's 1 of your 5 a day, it says it on the tin. But if we pour this into a bowl and figure out just how much sugar is in there, then you might be a little bit surprised. I've given myself a couple of slices of bread, surely nothing wrong with that. Some sparkling lemon juice, and nothing screams hugely unhealthy about that. And then maybe we'll grab a cereal bar as well. When we start looking at the labels of all of this, it kind of gets a little bit disgusting. So straight away in the soup, we have a rather whopping 20 grams of free sugar. And then next up we have the bread, again 2 grams of total sugar in each slice. Quite a lot of that is going to be free sugar, so you're probably looking at about another couple of grams of free sugar in there. And then we've got the can of sparkling lemon juice. All the sugar in this is going to be free sugar, and that totals a whopping 33 grams of sugar right there in that can. And then finally the cereal bar, that's got around 7 or 8 grams at least of sugar that they've added into this to make it sweeter. So we've only just finished lunch, and already today we've had well over 100 grams of sugar. That's like well over 4 times the recommended daily amount. Time for dinner. So I picked up something pretty healthy and green looking for dinner. We have some noodles with salad and looks pretty good. Actually, if you look underneath the salad, there's a lot of sauce, and that is where the sugar is going to be. That's going to be the killer in the sauce. So if you look through the ingredients, you can kind of work out how much sugar they're adding into this. You're probably looking at around at least 13, 14 grams in this fairly healthy looking salady noodle dish. And then finally, we'll finish off the evening with a nice water, right? Vitamin water. I mean, it's got to be healthy. It's vitamin, fruit. Surely it's healthy, but no, you know where this is going. So if you were to drink the whole thing of this, you're looking at 15 grams, which is almost 4 teaspoons of sugar in this, basically water. That's what it's labelled as. So looking at all the stuff here, it doesn't exactly scream unhealthy. It might not have really gone much over your 2,000 calorie daily allowance, but if you actually added up the sugar, you're looking at around possibly 150 grams of sugar. And if you work all that out into teaspoons, you're looking at around at least 35 teaspoons of sugar that we just consumed in one day. So it's pretty scary stuff. So my advice would be to try and make stuff from scratch where you can. So for example, if you're gonna have some tomato soup, why not try making it from fresh? Then you know exactly what goes in it. And again, same with like noodles. If you were to make your own sauce, you can completely control exactly what you're putting in it. So it's a much better and more reliable way of knowing exactly what's going into your body. Hopefully you found this video interesting and insightful. If you did, it would be awesome if you could share it with a friend or anyone else that you know that might find it useful and might learn a thing or two from it, especially if you know anyone who eats a lot of sugar already. Also, hit the red subscribe button down below if you are new to my channel so you can keep up to date with new videos. But otherwise, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye. How do you stay so fit and healthy when you eat all that dessert and eat all those cheesecakes and eat all this food and so on? It's a very good question, because if you just look at my YouTube channel, it looks like I eat loads of crap.